A very good evening to you. Thanks for joining us on the Friday edition of the show. I'm Yemi Adebayo. Well, on a day like this, we will be talking about the under-20 AFCON. Of course, I must say Super Eagles. The Flying Eagles of Nigeria have, of course, picked the tickets to the FIFA Under-20 World Cup. We'll also talk about the Dream Team, as they are known. The Under-23 Eagles, of course, Salisu Yusuf has invited the players to camp for the Guinea clash. As you already know, I don't do this alone. My colleague, of course, my partner, Osno Konakman, is ready, suited and ready. By the way, we take this trip across the money-spinning world of sports. Greetings to you. Greetings to you, Austin. It's good to take this trip with you on, of course, the money-spinning world of sports.
Sporty greetings to you, Yemi, and of course, everyone joining us from different parts of the world. It's still an action-packed world of sports. Right here in England, it's still all about the English Premier League, deciding games to be played tomorrow when Newcastle take on Manchester City and Arsenal go against Brentford. Beautiful times ahead of us in English Premier League, Yemi.
Yeah, beautiful times ahead, and we'll talk about all of that. And if time allows us, we'll give our viewers a slice of Formula One. But as if time allows us, there's a lot to talk about. All right, let me go on to introduce our, of course, partner in Lagos studio, but I'll be doing that as I cross over to take my seat and, of course, introduce our partner in the Lagos studio. And, of course, Segun Vincent joins us now. Greetings to you, Segun. Thanks for finding out time to be with us on the show tonight.
Yeah, it's always good to be back here on the Friday edition and having you. You're looking very sweet tonight. Probably maybe you have somewhere you're going to after the show.
Not at all. All right. Let me go to Austin. Something we missed out while we were in our opening statements. Of course, I don't know. Let's just talk about this, Austin. Novak Djokovic, 2023 has been so good to him, but of course, someone has been responsible for ending that win streak. Daniil Medvedev of Russia, of course, in Dubai Tennis Championship, it has ended. We've always talked about this. Djokovic is going to be future Hall of Famer. I see him surpassing surpassing Rafa Nadal, and of course, surpassed Federer already. And I see him. The only issue he's going to have with his this vaccination status, refusing to, get that, injection everybody has been talking about. 2023 has been very good for Novak. First loss, 20-match unbeaten run in all of 2023. We've seen him with a Grand Slam title already. So is this, to you, is this just a temporary, is just a blip, or you feel there should be, it could be worrying signs?
First of all, you have to look at it. He has been undefeated for last, I think, over 300 days or so. I can't remember exactly the number of days.
I think all of this started in November.
Yes, and of course, he started to hit the ground running in Australia Open, tying the record with with Nadal. And this man is a born winner. He knows how to win anywhere, under the bridge, under the bed. He's a born winner.
I can see Austin nodding his head. I don't know, maybe he agrees with a few things you've been saying. There are a lot of people who feel that the only unpredictable surface, maybe for Djokovic, and that's maybe because of Nadal, is the French Open, clay. Yeah. But on any other surface, if he's not injured, it's going to be hard to beat him in a Grand Slam. So do you agree with those who believe that way, that if he's not injured, we saw what he even did with injury at the Australian Open, by the way, carrying it all the way to the final. So some people are saying, look, it's even hard to put him on the same level as Nadal and Federer because he appears that at the big moments, he is the most dependable.
At any level, at a Grand Slam, Novak Djokovic is the most consistent player. Be it clay, be it grass, be it hard surface, wherever, he's consistent. If he is playing at his best, then you are sure that he's going to go all the way. I told you, if Novak Djokovic isn't losing at a Grand Slam event, then for me, it's not a loss. 20-match unbeaten streak, and I knew one day it was going to go. because to some extent, that's a distraction because the media just keeps coming at you. If you are beating Medvedev now, we'll say, oh, it's 21. He wins the next one, we'll say, oh, it's 22. He needed to go so that he refreshes and start again, you know. And Djokovic is a charm all day, every day. When he doesn't win this way, it just does something to him. And the next time we see him on the court, he's going to be a beast. Shout out to Medvedev. He was fantastic in that game, and he went all out. I'm sure he had one thing in his mind. If I end this winning streak, the media will start talking about me. And it's right. It's about time he needs to start getting those front pages conversation, you know, to get ready for the next big Grand Slam event. So this doesn't do anything to Djokovic here. I mean, we can say this over and over again. The next Grand Slam comes, and then he will be struggling to drop one set all the way to the final till he wins again. Arguably the best tennis player in the world.
All right, let me throw this one at you because you're in the UK, and I must say this. For players like Daniil Medvedev, for Andrei Rublev, maybe Karatsev, these Russian players, I know it's politics, but do you think they are able to shake off? Rublev got into a final and is already saying, let there be peace. Because these players know that the fact that they are Russians, they can't escape the baggage. So how does somebody like Medvedev, who seems to be on top of his game, shake off that baggage?
He needs to stay focused. You know, these guys are professionals. Remember the first time the ATP came out to say they were banning Russian players? Medvedev was on his way towards becoming world #1. And that really affected him. And it wasn't just him, those other Russian players that you mentioned. But Daniil has shown over and over again that he's a focused tennis player. And when he goes against these big guys that we adore and talk so much about, he plays with some sort of motivation and inspiration to do more.
Let's leave tennis and go to football. This is a very particularly interesting story to me because, you know, we talk about the Dream Eagles. We saw how in 1996 they went all the way, did well in 2000, and ever since that, it's been one problem after the other. Siasia was able to help us to qualify in 2008 and 2016, but apart from those periods, we've not been able to qualify. But Coach Salisu Yusuf is at the helm now, and of course, he has invited 30 players to camp, of course, in Abuja. The match will be played in Oyo State, state capital in Ibadan. That's where it will be played. 30 players are invited to camp for the final qualifying round of the under-23 AFCON. Let me just quickly give you a quick rundown of the players invited. Let's start with the goalkeepers. I know we have the defenders on screen, but let's see if we can quickly flip back and start with the goalkeepers so that we can see the list. But anyway, let me just move on. Maybe we get to that point. Goalkeepers, all right. John Hammer from Sunshine Stars, Nuruddin Badmus from Dakar. 4 goalkeepers here. Ifeanyi Nchekube from Aqua United, Orea Joseph from Lobi Stars. Those are the goalkeepers on the list. Let's go to the defenders on the list as fast as we can. Christopher Nweze, Desmond Ojetifan from Shooting Stars, Okechukwu Chikason from the Aba Elephants, and Anthony Anieke from Aqua United. All right, let's move quickly and also take a look at Samuel Olamilekan, Benjamin Tanimu, Evans Ogbonna, Umar Ahmed Farouk from Gombe United. These are the defenders in the squad. All right, Daniel Watlai from Abia Warriors, Akoni Kudus, Awalu Naziru, Chibuike Nwaiwu, and Divine Nwachiku. He plays for Bendel Insurance. Those are the midfielders in the squad. Still quite a number of players. It's 30, you can understand. You have Taufik Malamo, Samuel Chisom, Samaila Saki, Kumaga Sor, Iye Green. He plays for Ibani United. Let's go to the forwards now. We're almost done with this. Munir Idris, Ahmed Jimo, Ezekiel Didion, Ifeanyi Ogba plays for Aqua United. These are the forwards on the in the squad that has been told to assemble in Abuja, and from Abuja they will be going to the Oyo State capital in Ibadan, where the game will be played later this month. Umar Ibrahim, Alkassin, Deji Yusuf, and of course, Suleiman and Akile Monde of Lobby Stars. These are the forwards in the squad. All right, so I guess we are done with that list. All right, before I go to Austin, let me just quickly piggyback to Shegu. Your thoughts? A lot of people are very interested in the under-23 squad. Why? Because of the peculiar challenges. It's not on the FIFA calendar. You don't get to have your professionals play. You have to be able to pick the ticket first before you get the professionals at the Olympics. And it's a recurring decimal. You get some players play for you today. The next moment they've traveled out. You have to reassemble the squad. It's always problematic. Do you see Salisu Yusuf walking around all of these challenges and ensuring that not only do we get past Guinea, we go to the under-23 AFCON and get a ticket for the Olympics?
I believe that he's the man for the job, and I believe he can do the job. But then, if we look at it on different angles, if we have players coming in and going out, it affects the team chemistry, it affects the formation, affects everything as guys that are aligned to with the team. And it's not going to be a good thing if we, we've not, I think we didn't qualify for the last Olympics, and one of the things that we are known for, or the Nigerian team is known for, both at the under levels, that we always do when it comes to underage competitions, at the Olympics, pick up bronze, pick up silver, the unders we win both at the one at AFCON level, and so I believe that this is a priority for us to qualify for the AFCON, for the Olympics, and of course to get past the side we're going to play in Osun. So I believe that he can do the job, and I believe that if he doesn't, Nigerians are going to call him out for if we don't get the job done.
All right. Okay. I don't know if Austin agrees. Let's see if we can get Austin to get us his thoughts on, of course, what's happening with the under-23. You know the peculiar challenges. Of late, I don't like to blame the coaches. You have one set of players today. Next moment, you don't have them anymore. The players that you would want to use for those matches, you don't get the opportunity to have them. Virtually, you're having new set of players almost at every opportunity you get to play. You can't tell a guy who has a chance to travel abroad not to go. It's not possible. He won't listen. So you look at all those challenges. Should we accept that it's always going to be difficult to qualify for the Olympics with all of these things I've mentioned?
It will be difficult. I mean, I've said it over and over again, because the NFF, they've not designed a particular framework on how to execute these Olympic qualifiers, and we see it over and over again. And I thought after missing out of the Tokyo Olympics, we would have, found a way to, prepare adequately for these Olympic qualifiers. As when I saw the press release for the players invited, players from the MPFL everywhere, and I said, hope they would take these same players to the Olympics when they qualify, because they're going to be the ones to execute it. But for Coach Salisu Yusuf, I said it when they were about to play Tanzania in the first leg, and I said, it's just go and do what you can. So when they played 1-1 in Dar es Salaam, I said it again, that they just need to do the bare minimum of beating Tanzania in Nigeria and then qualify for the next round where they are now. And they did just that. 2-0 it ended, and now they are getting ready for the next round. It's still going to be same old same until we start having deliberate planning that this is for this competition, these qualifiers, and we will set up a program to execute it. And we know that this is a competition that you can bring about 5 or 6 senior players to come and complement. So you can say to yourself that we are going to plan it this way and do what we need to do to qualify for the Olympics, and then get the big boys to come complement. But if we just want to do it the way we've always been doing it, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't, just as we did 4 years ago, and nobody died, nobody was fired, nobody was questioned. The Super Falcons didn't qualify, and the Dream Team didn't qualify, and we're here again. It's still same old same. So what are my expectations? Same old same.
Wow. All right. That picture doesn't look good. We're probably barely over a minute before we go on break. Let me yield the floor to you. Let's talk about what's currently going on with the under-20 AFCON.
Yeah, good one right there for the Flying Eagles. I was expecting them to, improve after yesterday's win. I think that's basically what it would be when they take on Gambia. But Gambia, they were rampant. I think it was 5-0 victory in a game. If we get an update of the results from today. So Gambia is one team that seems to be bubbling. I told you, remember when they did so well at the AFCON, I said it will rub off on the development of the sport in that country, and it is actually showing. Welcome back, Sports Tonight on Channels Television. Just before we went on that break, we're discussing what's going on at the CAF Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations. It also serves as qualifying process for the FIFA Under-20 World Cup that will take place in Indonesia in May. The Flying Eagles, Nigeria's national Under-20 team, they've qualified for the World Cup. They will take on Gambia in the semi-final clash. On Monday, they defeated Uganda to reach the semi-finals. Let's bring in Segun Vincent. He's in our Lagos studio. Segun, what's your take on the Flying Eagles? Have you been impressed with the way they've been playing?
If you look at how they've been playing, they have been ups and downs. We struggled in the last game yesterday against Uganda. They had a scare in their corner kick, I think the 13th minute or so, and we scored our goal, our long goal by an own goal. But in all, we won, which is most important. That we have qualified, we have booked our tickets, and hopefully we do well in the semi-finals. Yeah. In the semi-finals, that's where the honors will be on.
But let's go back to the magic screen, and just for the sake of our viewers, because they're hearing Segun and Austin talk about us playing against Gambia. So how did it get to that state? That's what you have on your screen. The Gambians defeated South Sudan 5-0. 5-0. Yeah, it was football, not rugby, but it's 5-0. That's it on your screen. And also the second qualifier was keenly contested between Congo and Tunisia. In regulation time, it was 33, and the winner had to be decided via penalty kicks. And there you have it, Tunisia, Junior Cadet Eagles qualifying for the next round. So we have the semi-final quartets of countries that have moved into the last four. Nigeria will take on Gambia. Senegal will take on Tunisia. A lot of people are saying they want the pound of flesh back from Senegal. But I'm saying just win your games first. Win your games first. But we've qualified. Now it's time for those boys to show the stuff they are made of. And hopefully when we get to play on Monday, that's what they will do. So we'll see what happens. Senegal, Tunisia, Nigeria up against Gambia. What do you have notes that you have 3 West African teams in the last 4? In spite of all the groupings, waffle this, waffle that. Just me thinking out loud in that one. All right, let's switch gears now and move over to where, of course, Austin is. Well, before we leave the Flying Eagles, just want to show you a little moment of joy, of ecstasy, and that's what you have on your screen. The boys, after qualifying, after picking the ticket, they were in a joyous mood, as you can see from the pictures on your screen. Hands in the air, voices loud for everyone to hear. And of course, you can't say mission accomplished, because the target was go to Egypt and pick the ticket. That they have done. They can now take it a step further by going all the way to win the tournament. So that's it. Pictures from the locker room. Coach Ladan Boso in your picture celebrating with the boys. And hopefully we'll see more scenes of jubilation from the boys in Egypt and when they go to play the Under-20 World Cup. All right, I think we can move on from that now and go on to some of the other things we have lined up for you. Let's quickly travel to England, where it's hot, where it's keenly contested in the English Premier League. Let's show you fixtures for Saturday and Sunday. It's going to come up on your screen shortly. We're going to see it as it's going to come. You will see the fixtures of the English Premier League. All right, Manchester City will take on Newcastle United. This game has a lot of significance. Newcastle United trying to creep in to the top four and maintaining that position. Of course, Manchester City out on the heels of Arsenal. Arsenal will want to consolidate. They're up against Bournemouth. Aston Villa will be up against Crystal Palace. Brighton will be up against West Ham United. Chelsea, some people say they're donating points left, right, and center. We'll see what happens at the bridge. They'll be up against Leeds United. Wolverhampton Wanderers will be up against Tottenham. We hear that Antonio Conte might be back on the dugout very soon. Southampton will take on Leicester City. And of course, on Sunday, that's the big one. Nottingham Forest will take on Everton, but it doesn't get bigger than this. The two teams that have won the most titles in England, Liverpool and Manchester United. Contrasting fortunes for both teams. Like they say, tale of two cities. Very different things happening in there. All right, let me just quickly come to you in a minute. We want to listen to the managers speak. We'll go to Austin. He'll take us through that. But Segun, your thoughts. I'm very sure your thoughts definitely will be on Liverpool, Manchester United.
If you look at that game, Liverpool have not lost at home to Man U in, I think, about 7 years. And Liverpool have this record against big teams when it comes to both home and away. In the past couple of seasons, they've done really well playing the top sides against Man U, against Chelsea, against City.
Yeah. All right, I want us to go back to Austin, where he is right now. But I also want to talk about some of the things going on in the English Premier League, and I'm very sure Austin will be able to give us his thoughts on all of that. We will also listen to the managers, but I guess it's only fair is the man at the center of where everything is happening, so he probably has a scoop for us. So, Austin, your thoughts ahead of the big one between Liverpool and Manchester United.
Yeah, but let me tell you how interesting that fixture is. Liverpool taking on Manchester United right there at Anfield. It's very important because the game between Manchester City and Newcastle is somehow tied to that one. If Manchester City beats Newcastle, they will put the pressure on Arsenal that is on the top. Now, Arsenal needs to beat Brentford to keep their relevance at the top of the table. If Newcastle lose, and Liverpool beats Manchester United, surprise, surprise, Liverpool will climb to 5th on the log and Newcastle will go down to 6th. So you see, from the 1st to the 6th, tomorrow's fixture, tomorrow and Sunday, is very crucial. I know you're talking about the game between Manchester United and Liverpool, and to an extent, on current form, pundits are giving it to Manchester United. But if you take a closer look at the table, about 2 weeks ago, you would have been looking for Liverpool. Now they've climbed to prominence, and they are looking for a top 5 position if they get to beat Manchester United.
All right, that's true. I wanted us to talk about, but obviously we wouldn't have time to do that. I wanted us to talk about, of course, the Premier League chief executive, of course, Richard Masters, talking about the huge amount of money that clubs have been spending, and he's been trying to explain why some of those things are happening. Let's talk about it being related to Brexit and all of those issues. So we'll probably take that up some other time. But Segun, as we prepare to leave, the spotlight, and I don't know if it's rightly so, seem to be more on Jurgen Klopp. Everybody seems to agree, and I still don't understand why, though, that Ten Hag has steered the ship and everything is fine. And even though he's going to Anfield, a lot of people are not putting that. Even the Manchester United manager is saying, yeah, I know they're going to be all-star, but we're going to win.
You know, it's good to be optimistic. As a coach, you always want to win. And where do you want to win? You want to win in deadly grounds, grounds that the noise is crazy out there, pardon my language. But you have to understand that they're going to Anfield. Liverpool know how to raise their game up when they're playing tough sides, especially when they're home. Their crowd is the Anfield crowd is also called the 12th player. You know, that's how great and how massive the Anfield is. And this Liverpool side on ascendancy, of course, they had a draw against Crystal Palace 0-0, they won everything. They are getting the points that they Manchester were doing what they call Liverpool calls some care, but they've broken the chains. Chelsea are saying in the Bundy that they need prayers. But now looking at how Liverpool are, you can get tendency, some players are coming back from injury. I believe they're going to give Man U a run for the money.
All right, we're pressed for time. Let me allow that be your final thoughts. But Austin, few seconds, maybe you want to react to that. Then, of course, you know we got to go.
I think it's all about momentum, you know, and don't forget when Eric Ten Hag came, he struggled with Manchester United, so he needed some time, you know, to understand the team. And when he did, and then particularly with the exit of Cristiano Ronaldo, there was a renewed zeal from the players to play for the manager, and the manager to also show some confidence. You listen to Klopp saying that Marcus Rashford is having a good season and that he's so happy for him because he's now playing to the quality that the press talked about him right here in the United Kingdom. So we'll wait for Sunday, see the best of football. Let the best team win when Liverpool takes on Manchester United. That's the show. From me right here in London, I'm Austin Okonak, and in everything you do, remember, keep talking sports. Bye for now.
All right. Sheikh, I want to thank you for your time. Today, we'll do this again some other time.
Yeah, hopefully on some other time. Have a nice weekend ahead, and then the place I'm going to, just let me know.
Okay, I don't know about that. All right, thank you for allowing us into your living rooms without knocking on the door. And like I always say, it's a privilege we will never take for granted. Enjoy your weekend. We'll be back again here next week. I'm Yemi Adebayo. Bye-bye now.